Hello y'all, Sam1 here. Welcome back to more Tales of Berseria. Looks like we're here at the end of the tunnel. Let's go ahead and send out a new expedition, then we'll
take a look at this.
Head out and see if we end up fighting Shigure immediately. Damn, still haven't gotten those last two materials.
Scout ship setting sail.
Gonna keep doing it till about like maybe 1 or 2 passes on level 5, and if I haven't hit any of those new materials yet, then I'm gonna just go on to the next area for my expeditions. Oh. Number 10? Yeah, I'm gonna open it. Oh. Go ahead and equip that for her. Come on, add, is there anything? Ooh! Chocolate idol. Nope. Nope. Don't have any new boots to equip. No. Okay, cool. Goodbye. Let's see what stuff's new. Mixer plate? No, not really. Fork belt? Yeah. Just go. Well, I'm level 4 now. Nothing new. Does not look like it. Oh, there's Shigure. Let's gear up for this fight. Woohoo!
There they are.
Which must mean they took out every one of the exorcists who went after them.
Hey, I told them not to bother. Now how did that sword of yours turn out? Fine, I'll find out myself.
Back doing a spin wrap before the big fight.
We can handle the exorcists. Go and find your victory.
Thanks. All right, let's get down to business. Not bad.
It's 25,000.
You better not die too quickly on me. I want this to be fun. Come on, bro. Don't hold back. Shut up. Don't play games with me. Ooh, those are some fine-looking swords you got there. Take a good look, because they're going to cut you down. Yeah, that's right. Get into it. Keep it up. I love it. For 2. 4.
Lagging a little bit there.
Not at all. But I'm not done yet.
Ooh.
You put up a good fight, I'll give you that. But you're a frickin' demon. Shouldn't you bring more to the table than pretty damn good Rangetsu style? You don't have what it takes to win against the rightful heir.
Don't count me out. Just yet. I've got something to show you!
Is there a new improved greatsword? Oh!
Take this!
No, it's not a new and improved greatsword. Damn, though, sacrificing his hand just to try to get a final blow in.
Now that was clever! Giving up one of your own hands to go for my neck. If I was just a second slower, I'd be dead now. I like it. This is what I've been looking for. All right, let's call it good here.
Huh?
Listen up! If y'all want any hope of beating me, come find me once you're more skilled and better armed.
I'll cut you down. No matter how many times I lose. No matter how many years it takes.
There we go. That's the face I'm looking for. So vicious. It's perfect.
What is wrong with him?
Shouldn't you be worrying more about your own skin? The entire Abbey knows by now that you're a traitor.
That guy, he was really strong.
Oh yeah, super strong.
Yeah,
Lucky set.
he was. They all are.
But we will beat him if we must. No matter what it takes.
The Von Eltius here.
Let's get going.
Are we going to be bringing the swordsmith with us? I can't remember his name.
Please, take me with you.
Yes, come with us.
I'll make a sword that surpasses Stormhowl yet. I know I will. But for another blade to beat Stormhowl, its wielder must be a swordsman of unmatched skill.
Hey, Eisen. Got any room on this pile of wood scrap for a suit of armor?
If not, make someone wear it.
Works for me.
That would be interesting.
Kudogane.
Many
Kurogane,
thanks.
that's his name.
Okay, we're off to find Grimoire and decipher the book. You know where we're going, right, kiddo? Yeah. We're headed for the Isolde Archipelago in Southgand.
I'm leveled up, nice. Armor crusher. Living glaciite. Ability to trigger random paralysis related skills. Okay. Is there anything else to do here? A couple of things.
Velvet's demon hand. It's such a mysterious weapon. I can only imagine how much of a threat it will become to the Abbey. This calls for a clear-headed breakdown of everything I know about it so far. It changes shape in a flash, and can devour most anything. How must that feel, to devour something with your hand like that? But it doesn't devour the bandages that cover it up. Maybe they're protected with some sort of special art? Likewise, the rest of her outfit can't be ignored.
I hope Rookro
One would
keeps.
think she wouldn't want to wear such ragged
Ah,
clothing.
no, it's
Yet
Eisen
she
though.
clearly has no inclination of buying something new. I suppose that could be taken to mean she has some sort of attachment to it. But that top is really big for her. Like it was made for a man. Maybe she wears that outfit in memory of someone important to her. I'd better not touch it then. I know I may not look it, but I really am good at sewing. Maybe I should suggest mending her clothes rather than outright replacing them. On the other hand, that fabric looks like it would be hard to push a needle through. I could be in over my head.
Talk about overanalyzing.
But the tougher the fight, the more I get fired up. Of course, Lord Artorias would probably scold me if he heard me talking like
yeah, he
that.
would. Not really in
Who'd
line with
scold
reason.
you for what now?
Oh, well, I was thinking about sewing. I mean, your clothes, they're all beat up, and I thought that if I offered to mend them for you, you'd probably scold me. Wouldn't you?
You'd mend my clothes? Have they been worrying you that much?
I mean, not like constantly or anything. It just crosses my mind from time to time.
Are you good at it?
Yes. I'm told I come across as awkward sometimes, but if nothing else, I'm good with my hands.
Huh,
I
okay.
see. All right, if I ever need it done, I'll come to you.
Good. Just leave it to me.
Are you feeling all right? You're really sweating. The heat and the cold doesn't bother me at all. But you're a human, so you need to take care of yourself.
Yeah, for Laphicet's sake.
And if you keep soaking in your own sweat, you'll catch a cold. Besides, I don't imagine it feels that great. You should keep washing and bathing on your own schedule, like however you did before falling in with us. Just let me know and I'll make it work. Because the guys aren't considerate enough to stop and ask you if you need to.
Sure. All right. Thanks. That was a surprisingly normal thing for her to
I
say.
know, I'm surprised too.
I probably shouldn't bother with her clothes for now. We girls have to be considerate of each other.
So,
is
you
that the
guys
same guy?
made it. Whatever happened to that sword breaker?
He's been dealt with.
What are you doing here?
After everything you said to me, I had a change of heart. I quit banditry.
Fuck
Thank you.
this last chest
I'm glad
too.
you listened to reason. What do you plan on doing from here on out?
I'm heading to the capital. I plan on opening a restaurant for bandit cuisine.
Bandit cuisine?
Yeah, you get your hands on all sorts of food as a bandit. You gotta use what you have, and still make a tasty meal. Like a wild mushroom omelet minus the eggs. Or highwayman stew. It's like a hunter's stew, but, you know, made by bandits.
That sounds somewhat improper, actually. But I'd still love to visit after you open.
Really? All right. I'll be an upright citizen in no time. Maybe even the kind of man you'd consider spending some time with.
I'm rooting for you.
Hey, were you actually listening to him?
No, she
Of
wasn't.
course I was. It's wonderful he's turned over a new leaf.
Hey, you there. That's one impressive sword you got.
You know a lot about swords?
I'm a novice swordsmith. Been at it for 20 years.
Still novice.
Now, I'm finally able to make a blade worthy of the name.
20 years, and still just a novice?
It's a competitive world out there for a swordsmith, especially here on this island.
But I heard many swordsmiths have given up. There's less ore around nowadays, and swords don't work against the demons.
True, swords are useless against demons. Unless it's an exorcist that's using them. Kednik's weaponry has always been prized in Midgand. The Abbey recognized our talents, and now, business is booming. All the smiths here are grateful to the Abbey. They're keeping all of us alive and fed.
It's interesting that the tunnels come straight out here, literally to the city. What's in here? Any goodies? Yes. Some goodies. Oh, a lot of goodies. Almost 1,500 gold. I'll take that any day of the week. Is this one thing down here? This is one cat soul, looks like it. Oh, let's get rid of the set sail. We'll talk to this one last person.
Eisen, I thought you were supposed to be in Midgand. How did you end up here in Islegand? I thought I'd gotten used to you performing the impossible, but this time, I'm at a loss for words. We heard from the Bloodwings that the Abbey might have taken you guys out.
Not this time, but our luck won't last forever. Think of this as a dry run for when I really kick the bucket.
Aye, aye, First Mate. More importantly, are you sure it's okay to bring an exorcist aboard?
I've got my eye on her. If she does anything funny, I'll handle it.
Got it! We'll be on our guard, too.
Yeah. Everyone will be on their guard. Tales of Berseria. Oh, that's nice. So that's where I'm at. And I can only go here. Oh, something happened in the middle of the scene.
I gotta say, you guys look less like pirates and more like a circus troupe.
Oh yeah.
Are you alright with having demons on board, Benwick?
Not remotely an issue. If you're aboard this ship of misfits, you're a pirate. That's just our creed. At least, that's what the captain and the first mate always say.
Speaking of the captain, what's Eifried like?
Yeah.
Let's see. How do I put it? He's like if the sea were a person, and that person had a pointy beard.
Huh. A bearded sea?
Look, everybody on this ship is an outcast from society in some way. Despite that, Captain Eifried accepted us for who we are, and took us all on board.
Sounds like a great guy.
So he's a kind man.
Well, would you say that the sea is kind? How would it feel to dive in with an open wound?
It would sting. A lot.
Quite so. Some days he's calm and steady, and others he rages. He can be shallow, deep, even a whirlpool.
Sounds like he's a little scary and hard to read.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to serve him, but that air of mystery keeps us around and makes us want to take those jumps. At the end of the day, the dread pirate Van Eifried is one hell of a guy.
Sounds like one hell of a guy.
He sounds like Velvet in a lot of ways.
Huh.
Wait, what? How so? I didn't describe him right at all, did I?
Have you met Velvet Benwick?
Benwick, we're changing course at once for Port Renede.
Sir? What's going on?
3 of our men have collapsed from the Corsair Scourge. They first showed symptoms 3 days ago. How are you holding up?
I'm still doing all right. But if this really started 3 days ago, that means we're all carrying it, doesn't it?
That's what I'm afraid of. But if we head straight to Port Renede, we should be able to get medicine there.
I'll check on everyone's condition.
Make sure everyone stays hydrated, including yourself, understand?
Sir, yes sir.
Issue.
All hands, assume emergency positions. The crew's holding up well for a bunch of folks at death's door.
What do you mean? Is this Corsair Scourge fatal?
Quite. No one knows what causes it, but it starts with a high fever and ends up with the body falling apart like sand.
Yeah.
Like sand?
Once, there was a great band of pirates who ruled the seas, but the disease spread through their ships and killed every one of them. That's why it's called the Corsair Scourge.
Does that mean we've been infected as well?
Probably.
You humans, for sure.
Only humans fall prey to the Corsair Scourge.
Then it could have gotten to you too. Right, Moggy Lou?
Oh, right. Alas, that my glorious saga should meet such an ignominious end!
Maybe she's
I can't
not
allow
human.
our vessel to die from this. If you start to feel ill, speak up.
I will.
All right. We'll all be helping out in the search. Everyone but Eleanor, that is.
Huh? Oh, why does she get to stay? I might be dying too, you know.
True.
You're a witch. Magic yourself healthy. Now quit whining and get going.
Is that even possible?
Oh, not even a witch is safe from the ravages of the Reaper's curse!
The Reaper's curse?
Okay.
Okay, where's the herbalist? If I remember right, the Corsair's Scourge needs a particularly special medicine.
Yeah, it's a wildflower called Salatoma. Its juice can cure the Corsair's Scourge.
Well, doesn't sound too tricky.
Let's not relax until we have it in hand.
Yep.
Right. Now let's get going.
Hold on a minute. Won't you just be spreading the disease if everyone wanders into town?
Surprisingly, no. For whatever reason, you can only catch it over the ocean waves.
Huh.
It's speculated it might have something to do with the salt in the air, or maybe the microbes in the seawater.
Nobody knows the cause for sure, but there are no recorded cases of people catching it on land.
I see. A strange affliction indeed.
Yeah.
We'll be back soon. You all remain on the ship.
All right. Good luck out there, sir.
We've got to hurry.
Salatoma. Is this really going to be necessary?
What do you mean, Eleanor?
Oh, nothing. It's just, well, the herb is known to work well for fevers and the like, but it tastes bad. So bad. Some say it would even bring a demon to the brink of tears.
Maybe so. But better to drink it than to die, right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm not worried. It just reminded me of stories from my childhood is all.
Oh, what sort of stories?
That Rokuro, always telling all of us except Eleanor to work harder. Doesn't he realize that I'm a delicate maiden too? This is workplace discrimination. I should put him on a witch trial and burn him at the stake!
I don't think that's how witch trials work.
What's wrong, Eleanor? You look like you've got something on your mind.
I'm just trying to figure out what Rokuro was thinking. When I had Lord Shigure at the end of my spear, Rokuro threw his dagger right at my head. I thought I was dead for sure. I feel like I saw who he truly was, and it frightens
Don't
me.
watch this fight.
But he and Lord Shigure are always trying to kill each other. I can't understand why he did what he did.
It might have something to do with his Bushido code.
What's Bushido? Is that like a sword fighter's code?
It's a way of thinking. Be loyal to your lord. Respect your parents. Protect the weak. And act with honor.
You're saying that he was following this Bushido code, and he was protecting me because I was weak?
He might have turned into a demon,
honor.
but his memories and personality are still intact. I doubt his moral values have disappeared either.
Do you really think he believes in that Bushido stuff?
Yeah.
Carving through his enemies with a cruel and unsparing sword! Slash! Pow! Shazam! That's the true nature of a Rangetsu man. I heard that when Velvet first met him, he immediately attacked her without any provocation. I'm sure you haven't already forgotten how he turned his swords on the kid in that fight against Kurogane.
I wouldn't read too much into what Magilu's saying. Rokuro lives for his sword, and that's just who he is.
Yep, and he'll
But
die by
I
the
don't think
sword.
he's all that bad.
No, he's great.
I
He's a
thought
great
you
person.
were the one who called him frightening.
I know I said he can be a scary person, but how do I put it? I do feel there's more to him than just wanting to cut people up. It's like he's more sensitive to other people's emotions than he might seem to be at first glance. A sword fighter has to sense his opponents on some level, right?
For a crazed demon, he's actually a nice guy. Is that it?
Maybe. I don't know. It's not like I know him well enough to claim any deep personal insight or anything.
You brought it up.
Mystery meat. Huh.
A bit ago, a manacled body got caught in my nets.
Manacled? A prisoner?
You too? Yesterday, my nets pulled up an arm. Manacles, even a brand on that one. I really can't take this anymore.
That's interesting.
I'm losing my appetite, and it's bad for my heart.
You said it. Judging by the tides, they would have to have come from that prison island. Is it really just a prison?
You think it's strange, too? I've suspected something about that place for a while now. They say the whole island is a prison, but if you ask me, I bet it's just an execution ground.
Or it's for experimenting on demons.
Or
experimenting?
all of the above.
What do you mean?
Testing the demons' capabilities. That's why they need prisoners. Food for the monsters.
Not a bad theory.
Just kidding! There's no way the Abbey would do something that horrible, right?
Psych.
You sure think of some crazy ideas. I bet all of this is the work of some vicious pirate gang.
Yeah, something like that.
That guy. He's pretty sharp.
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen any patrol ships around there recently. Used to be they'd chase you off if you got too close.
You know, you're right. If there are pirates about, it'll mean trouble unless the Abbey tightens up their patrols.
The best we can do is keep a wide berth of it for now. We wouldn't want pirates and demons sneaking up on us.
I think we'd notice if pirates or demons were around. No way they'd catch us unawares.
Surprise.
I can't tell if he's sharp or dull as a brick. That's an interesting bridge.
This bridge has a bit of history to it. Port Renede was originally built here on this inlet. The water's deep enough for ships, but as you can see, it's a bit too narrow for a port. Large ships couldn't come close without a top-rate crew. So Port Renede was used almost exclusively by smaller ships.
What about the Von Eltia?
We're the best of the best. We came and went as we pleased.
So your point is you wanted to brag?
Hey, let me finish. The people wanted their town to grow, so they built an outer harbor for large ships, and this bridge to connect to it.
Uh-huh. So that's why the port and the town are separate.
But there's more. We secretly helped provide the funds and resources for them to build it.
So you are bragging.
And did this bridge bring prosperity to Port Renede?
No. The Abbey began regulating shipping and travel, right about the time the town finished building the outer port. If only the seas had remained free, Port Renede would have developed into a center for commerce and trade.
I suppose things don't always go as planned.
Then again, even if Port Renede became a bustling port, we still would have no trouble slipping in or out.
I'm not biting this time.
Grab this cat-stolen item. Cool. And then we'll go ahead and end it here. We're outside the gates to Port Renede. As always, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye!